everyone, thanks for coming to the channel. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Without further ado, on to the video. I was saying, we got 25k gold saved up. We should be able to buy 25 packs of Final Fantasy on Arena. We are going to be buying those today. 2 of those packs should be the mythic packs. So let's go ahead and start buying. Yep, we got 30 packs. We'll start with our gold packs first. Save the main event for the main event. Alright, we got Carsey Revenant. Flying Death Touch Lifelink 3/3. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a flying counter, a Death Touch counter, and a lifelink counter on a target creature as a sorcery. Flying Death Touch Lifelink. Not bad. We got us an enchantment Saga. Revival of the Ancestors. Lower 1, create 3/1/1. Lower 2, distribute 3/1/1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 targets. Creatures you control. And creatures you control gain trample and lifelink until end of turn. Not bad. Alright, so another Saga. Summon Leviathan. Return each creature that isn't a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent to its owner's hand. And then for lower 2 and 3, until end of turn, whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent attacks, draw a card. Got Rip Spawn Hunter. He's a 4/4 human survivor. At the beginning of your second main phase of Rip is tap. Reveal the top X cards in your library. X's power. Put any number of creatures and or vehicle cards with different powers among them into your hand. Summon GF Cerebrus. So we're going to surveil 1, lower 1. Double on lower 2. When you cast next instance of sorcery, the spell this turn, copy it. You may choose new targets. Triple. When you next cast an instance or sorcery spell this turn, copy it twice. You may choose new targets for the copies. And then we got Herald of Eternal Dawn. Flash Flying, can't lose the game. Opponents can't win the game. On to the next. Alright, pack number 2, mythic pack. Alright, we got Fang Keeper's Familiar. Flash, 3/3 snake. When it enters, choose 1, gain 3 life, and surveil 3. Destroy target enchantment, and counter target creature spell. Squall. Rough Divide. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard. From father to son. Search your library for a vehicle card, reveal it, put it into your hand. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, put that card onto the battlefield instead. This shuffle with flashback. Okay, that's a dual land. Okay. Xenos Galvis and Shinryu Transcendent Rival. When Xenos Galvis enters, choose a creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Creatures other than Xenos Galvis and the chosen creature get -2/-2. When the chosen creature leaves the battlefield, transform him. So he's a 4/4 human noble warrior. Transforms into an 8/8 flying dragon. As the creature transforms into Shinryu, choose an opponent. When the chosen player loses the game, you win the game. Alright, and Mox Jasper. We got one of those already. We'll take another one always. Last mythic pack, and then we're going to get straight to Final Fantasy cards. Elindra, Saint of Dusk. We already have that card. We're not going to look at it. Toby, we already have it. Gilgamesh. Whenever he enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards from onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of the library in random order. When you put one or more equipment onto the battlefield this way, you may attach one of them to a samurai you control. Good card. Valley Rock Caller. 1/3 menace. Whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of the other squirrels, bats, lizards, and rats you control. Here we go. We got that Cerebrus. We got 2 of those now. We'll take that. Call of the Spirit Dragon. Dragon to control is indestructible. Upkeep you reach color. Put a 1/1 counter on a dragon. So for each color, put a 1/1 counter on a dragon you control of that color. And if you put 1 on 5, you win. Alright, here we go. The main event. We are on to the Final Fantasy packs. We got 30 to open, 2 mythics. Alright, first pack. We got a dual lands. Plant Beast, 1/1 Death Touch for 8 until the turn. It gets 1/1 for each permanent in your graveyard. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature for the kicker instant. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Spell is kick. It's -6/6. Balam T-Rex's Rexor. 6/6 trample for 6. When this creature enters, you gain 3 life. Force cycling 2. Sorcery for 2. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever land control enters. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Hop out. Cloud of Darkness. We got some Avatar. 3/3 flying. When Cloud of Darkness enters, target creature and opponent controls gets -X to end of turn. Where it's number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Alright, we got Bahamut. He's a 9/9 enchantment saga creature dragon. Destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. That's going to be for the first and second lore. Draw 2 cards. For the fourth, this creature deals damage equal to the total mana value of the other permanents you control to each opponent. Continuing on. Alright, Bard's Bow. Job select. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token and attach this to it. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has reach, and is a bard in addition to its other types. Perseus' Bow equips 6. Search your library for a plane. Oh, this is just a Farseek. Samurai's Katana. So this is going to make that hero and attach it to it. And it is a samurai with trample and haste. And a rare arms. We got another one that's going to enter make that hero, and it's a knight in addition to its others. And has ward 1 and 2/+1. Blitzball shot. So it's a target creature. +3/+3 trample. Poo-poo UFO. 0/4 flying. And onto the battlefield. 3 until end of the turn. This creature's base power was equal to the number of towns you control. Light of Judgment deals 6 damage to target creature. Destroy up to 1 equipment. Affinity for towns to draw 4 cards. There's a town. Adventure Cost, Reactive Raid, 2/3, or 2 and a black. Sorcery Adventure, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature if you do draw 2 cards. And it's a land. Alright, we got You're Not Alone. The attack, target attack, and equip creature gets menace. Oh, Anima. Pain, draw a card, lose life 3 times in a row. In Oblivion, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice and loses 3 life, 4/4 menace. Okay, this is 3/2 and as a warrior. Equip creature 1/0 as a monk. So it makes a 1/1 hero. Ishgard the Holy See, another town. This adventure is return up to 2 artifact or enchantment cards from your graveyard to your hand. Not bad. Next pack. Alright, we got Key Kern Merchant. Draw a card, then discard a card for 1 and a tap. 7 taps, sack this creature, draw 3 cards. Cost 1 less for each town. The Beast Citizen for 2 and a green. Instant, destroy target artifact, enchantment creature with flying, and the cycling. Alright, this is Finn the Fang Bear as an alt art. Beautiful art. Swallowed by the Leviathan. Choose target spell, surveil 2, then counter the chosen spell unless the controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. Alright, retrieve the Esper for 3 and a blue. We got a sorcery that's going to create a 3/3 blue robot warrior artifact creature token. Then if the spell is cast in the graveyard, you get 2 1/1 counters on that token. Fight on, return up to 2 target creature cards from the graveyard to your hand. Evil Awakened, Reawakened. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. For 1, rare instance, Luix's Sacrifice. Additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a legendary creature, or pay 2. Counter target or activated ability, triggered ability, or non-creature spells. Alright, next pack. Cornered by black mages, target player sacrifice a creature of their choice, create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This token deals 1 damage to each opponent whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Alright, Elixir. It's an artifact with 1. This artifact enters tap, 5 in tap. Exile this artifact, shuffle all non-land cards from your graveyard into your library. You gain life equal to the number of cards shuffled into your library this way. Dreams of Laguna, instant. Surround 1, then draw a card. Flashback. Ice Flan. When this creature enters tap, target artifact or creature an opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. Island Cycling. Torgal of Fine Hound. Legendary creature Wolf. 2/2. Whenever you cast your first human creature spell each turn, that creature enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it for each dog and or wolf you control. And it taps for mana. Okay. Hope Estium, 2/2 lifelink at the beginning of your end step. Each opponent mills X cards where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Human Wizard. Can't wait to make some decks out of these. Alright, Summon Choco / Mog. We're gonna Stampede 4 times in a row. Ahriam. 2/2 Ihor. Flying Death Touch, sacrifice on the creature, an artifact, draw a card. Undercity Dire Rat, 2/2 with Rat Tail. When this creature dies, create a token, treasure token. Commune with Beavers for 1. Sorcery, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Reveal an artifact, creature, or land card from among them. Put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. Iron Giant, 7 for 6/6. Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. X-Death Void Warlock for 1 black and green. Legendary Spirit Warlock. Okay, when it enters, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of your end step, there are 6 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. Transforms into an *3 Spirit Avatar. Trample power equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Matoya Archon Elder for 2 in a blue. Human Warlock. Whenever you scry or surveil, draw a card. Draw after you scry. So continue on. Alright, yep. So these dual lands are towns as I see now. We got side quest, catch a fish. Enchantment for 2 in a white. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's an artifact creature card, reveal it. Put it in your hand. If you put a card in your hand this way, create a food token and transform this enchantment. Okay, transforms into a land. Taps for white. 3 and tap and sack. An artifact. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Call the Mountain Chocobo for 3 in red. Sorcery. Search your library for a mount card. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. Red. Search for a land. Shuffle. Create a 2/2 green bird token with whenever land enters. Sage's Nowless for 1 in a blue. Artifact equipment. So this is going to make that hero with job select. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Has whenever this creature attacks, attack target creature, attacking creature. And is a cleric. Alright, we got this, the Darkness Crystal, legendary artifact for 2 and 2 black. Black spells you cast costs 1 less. The non-token creature an opponent controls will die instead, exile it, and you gain 2 life. 4 2 black, tap. Put target creature card exile with it under your. Alright, on to the next. There's our town again. We're gonna flip this one. Ooh. Teferi Mage of Salfair's alternate, full art. This is a Dia Kramer. 2 and 3 blue. Legendary Human Wizard. with flash. Creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield have flash. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they can cast a sorcery. Ooh. Adventurous Airship for 3, so 3/2 flying. Whenever this vehicle attacks, draw a card, discard a card. Crew 2. Circle of Power. This is going to be 3 and a black. If you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life, create a 0/1 black wizard. Whenever this casts a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. Wizards you control get +1/+0 and gain lifelink until end of turn. Alright, let's go for the flip. We got Kane, Traitorous Dragoon. 2/4 human knight. During your turn, Kane has flying. Whenever Kane deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. If they do, you draw that many cards, create that many tap treasure tokens, then lose that much life. Alright, so we got the town. Red Mage's Rapier. We're going to make another hero, whatever. Cast non-creature spells. Creature gets +2/+0 to end the turn. There's a wizard. Thieves' Knife. Another hero. With it, we got all these, probably. Equipped creature gets +1/+7. Has whenever this creature deals combat damage, play draw a card. There's a rogue. Laporte Scout. Alright, 2 and a green. Rabbit Scout. Whenever another creature you control enters, creature gets 1/1 till end of turn. Thunder Magic. Instant. So you can cast it for 1 red +0 for Thunder Magic, deals 2 damage to target creature for the Thunder. Then Thundera for +3 on the red. Thunder Magic deals 4 damage to target creature, and then +5 and a red onto the additional red to deal 8 damage. I'm gonna flip this now. Ishtola Rule. This is a cat druid for 4 and 2 blue. 3/5. Beginning your end step, exile target creature you control, return it to the battlefield. Okay, so blink. Then if it's first end step of the turn, there's an additional end step. Alright. We got us the red blue town now. Baron Airship Kingdom. We got White Mage's Staff. So we're going to make another hero, so I stand corrected. We're still collecting these. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 as well as creature attacks. You gain a life. A cleric in addition to its other types for 3 to equip. Mysidian Elder for 2 and a red. It's a wizard. When it enters, create another wizard, black. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, deals 1 damage to each opponent. The Prism Vista. Okay, we got us a 5/3 legendary artifact vehicle. This is flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, then it becomes an artifact creature to it. So it will crew itself if you cast a non-creature 4 mana or more. Sarah Farron. 1 green white. Legendary human citizen. This first legendary creature you spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. To begin combat on your turn, if you control 2 or more of the legendary. We have Weapons Vendor, 3 and a green, 3 and a white. 2/2 human artificer. When this creature enters, draw a card. To begin combat on your turn, if you control an equipment, you may pay 1. When you do attach target equipment, you control the target creature you control. We got our Rook Turret. 3/3 flying artifact creature construct. 3 and a blue. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. And we got Cactor for 1. So we got our 3/3 plant. With trample at the beginning of your end step. This creature didn't enter the battlefield this turn, return it to its owner's hand. So a little slow for that though, I think. Zell Dinkst, 2 and a red. There's a legendary human monk. Play additional land on it. Alright, it gets +1/+0 for each land you control. Beginning of your end step, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Alright, we got Summon Fat Chocobo. We're gonna create a 2/2 green bird. creatures you control gain trample until end of turns. 3 straight turns. For 1 green, this is Nature's Claims. Okay, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Control again. So for 1 red, there 1 green we can destroy. Summon Fenrir. Ooh, yes. On lore 1, we're going to Crescent Thing, search for a land, put it on the basic land, put it on the battlefield, tap. Okay, that's already good for 3, I think. Already decent. And it's a 3/2 creature, so that's gotta be good. Whenever you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature needs an additional 1/1 counter on it. That's pretty decent. And for 3, draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power, tied for the greatest power. I think that's pretty good. And then we're going to move on to Ride the Shoe Puff. It's enchantment. Whenever a land you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. And for 5 and 2 green, this enchantment becomes a 7/7 beast creature in addition to its other types. And onto the flip, we got Ultima, Origin of Oblivion. Ooh, this is a 4/4 legendary god. Flying, whenever Ultima attacks, put a blight counter on target land. For as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all other land types. Alright, we got Slash of Light. Deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control plus the number of equipment you control. Target creature. Summon Ifrit. Alright, for the first lore, we're going to go discard a card and draw a card for 2 turns, and then we're going to add red mana for 2 turns. Alright, Phantom Train for 3 and a black. Artifact Vehicle. 4/4 trample. Sacrifice another artifact or creature. Put a 1/1 counter on this vehicle. It becomes a spirit artifact creature in addition to its other types until end of turn. Alright, Scorpion Sentinel for 1 and a blue. We got an artifact creature, Robot Scorpion, 1/4. Control 7 or more lands. This creature gets +3/+0. Got another Fenrir. And now we have another Matoya. Okay. First repeat on the flip there. Side quest, play Blitzball. For 2 and a red, we're going to get an enchantment. At the beginning of combat on our turn, target creature you control gets +2/+0 until the turn. At the end of combat on your turn, if a player was dealt 6 or more combat damage this turn, transform this enchantment, then attach it to target creature to its creature you control. The World Champion Celestial Weapon is the flip. Combat Tutorial for 2 and a blue. Sorcery, target player draws 2 cards, put a 1/1 counter up to 1 target creature you control. Titus, let's go. Blitzball Star. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on Titus. Whenever he attacks, tap target creature and opponent controls. The Wandering Minstrel. Legendary creature, human bard. Land you control enter untapped. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 5 or more towns, create a 2/2. Other creatures you control get +X/+X. Have our fingers crossed. Lunatic Pandora for 1 legendary artifact. For 2 tap, surveil 1, and I can 6 and tap, sack it to destroy a target non-land permanent. Mughals Valor. It's a 3 and 2 white instant. For each creature you control, create a 1/2 white Mughal creature with lifelink. Then creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Kaloof's Final Act for 1 and a green. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and it gains when this creature dies with a number of 1/1 counters equal to its power on up to 1 target creature. And a mythic. Alright, we got our town there. Magitech Infantry for 1. Robot Soldier, artifact creature. 1/1 gets 1/0 as long as you control another artifact. Search your library for a card named Magitech Infantry, put it on the battlefield, tap and shuffle. Probably won't use that one. I'll bet Salvager. 2/3. Whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies. We got another one here, flip. For 2 red and 1, red and white. Human ally, whenever it enters or attacks, target creature you control gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn, and it has partner. Alright, Suplex. It either deals 3 damage to target creature. That creature would die this turn. Exile it instead, or exile it artifact. Dwarven Castle Guard for 1 and a white. 2/1 dwarf soldier. When it dies, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. Alright, final flip. For this one, ooh, Primal Odin. Gungnir, destroy target creature and opponent controls. Zantetsuken. This creature gains, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Alright, we got us another town there. And another town here, so 2 towns. Ambrosia Whiteheart, 1 and a white, legendary bird. 2/2 flash, when it enters, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. Landfall, whenever land enters, it gets 1/0 until end of turn. Tap target creature, non-enchantment creature. Okay. This creature enters, no 3 cards, and get 3 life. Tifa. Alright, we have a sorcery for 4 and 2 red. Random encounter. So we're going to shuffle our library and then mill 4 cards. Put each creature card milled this way onto the battlefield. They gain haste at the beginning of the next end step. Return those creatures to their owner's hands. And it has flashback. Delivery Mogul. For 3 and a white. We got a 3/2 flying. When this creature enters, search your library and or graveyard for an artifact card with mana value 2 or less, reveal it, put it in your hand, and if you search your library this way, shuffle. It's okay. A rare wild card. Squall Leonheart. This is a reprint of Denetha Capuchin Paragon. 2 and a white. We're gonna get a human knight with flying or first strength vigilance, lifelink, 2/2, or an equipment spell you cast 1 less cast. I do have this card on the standard card. It's gonna be okay. Poison the Waters, 1 and a black, choose 1, all creatures get -1 until end of turn. Target player reveals their hand, choose an artifact or creature card from the player, discards that card. This is good. 2 mana, you're getting the choice of potentially killing a whole bunch of 1/1s. And for 2 mana, they reveal the hand and discard. That's usually average for 2 mana anyway, so the option is good. Alright, Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum for 2 and a blue, enchantment aura with flash, enchant artifact aura creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted permanent, it doesn't untap. Alright, we got our colorless town now. Adventurer's Inn. It's going to gain us 2 life and tap for colorless mana. It's a town. Stolen Uniform for 1 blue is choose target creature you control and target equipment. Gain control of that equipment until end of turn. Attach it to the chosen creature. When you lose control of that equipment this turn, if it's attached to a creature you control, unattach it. Alright, Ralbon, Bull of Alamigo. That's a 2/2 human warrior for 1 and a red. Has ward, pay life equal to his power. Whenever he attacks, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to a target attacking creature. Come on, give us Sephiroth, give us Cloud, give us something good here. Chocobo Kick. For 1 and a green, kicker, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. If the spell is kicked, it deals twice that damage instead. So this is another one that's going to make a 1/1 hero, and it's going to be a knight and +3/+0 at the same time. And it only pays 3 life to equip, but you can only do that once per turn. And we got Vinat, Heart of Hydaelyn. This is a 3/3 outer wizard for 1 and 2 white. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card, triggers once per turn for 7 and a tap. Exile target non-land permanent, then transform it. And then it becomes a 4/4 indestructible god. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on another target creature you control until your next turn. It gains indestructible. If that creature is legendary, draw a card. We have our Cut Rub for Forayer. This is a 3/2 zombie horror. Whenever this creature enters, choose one. Destroy target creature that has dealt damage this turn. And exile up to 2 cards from a single graveyard. And we're moving on to our Cloudbound Moogle, 3 and 2 white. It's a 2/3 flying. When it enters, put a 1 counter on target creature, and it has plane cycling. And that's a repeat. I'm starting to wonder if we should have went and got only mythics. Some asshole over here, I guess, having a horn war over here. Got us another town. Oh, we got us the Blitzball itself. For 3, an artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Gold. Tap it. Sacrifice this artifact. Draw 2 cards. Activate only if an opponent was dealt damage, combat damage, by a legendary creature this turn. Alright, rescue mission for 3 and a white. Sorcery. We can take the elevator to create 3/1/1 heroes, or take 59 flights of stairs, tap up to 3 target creatures, and put a stun counter on one of them. Flip a Realm Reborn, and it's an enchantment for 4 and 2 green. Other permanents you control have tapped to add 1 mana of any colors. Other permanents. We got a town. Gelly Cat. 1/3 flying vigilance for 2 and a white. Cat. As long as you control 2 or more artifacts, it's going to get +2/+0. Tiff's Limit Break for 1. It's tiered, so you can choose one and pay its additional cost. For 0 additional cost, we can target creature gets +2/+2 to end the turn. For 2 additional cost, double target creature's power and toughness to end the turn. For 6 and a green additional cost, we're going to triple. Then we got Ultima again. Dragon's Lance, this is going to make a hero. And as a knight, in addition, during your turn, he has flying. And equip 4. Jador Aristocratic Capital. For its adventure cost, we're going to pay 4 and 2 blue. Target opponent mills half the library rounded down. Zidane, Gentlest Thief. Whenever it enters, gain control target creature and opponent controls 2 in the turn. Tap it, against lifelink and haste, 2 in the turn. Whenever opponent gains control of a permanent from you, you create a treasure token. Alright. Falsy of Paradise. This is a Carpet of Flowers reprint. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of each of your main phases, if you haven't added mana with this ability this turn, you may add X mana of any one color where X is the number of islands target opponent controls. Snowvilliers, 2 and a white. We got a legendary human rebel monk. This is a *3 vigilance, and his power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Oh, we got a couple of those. And we're probably going to open up both of our mythic packs together. Blazing Bomb. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, for at least 4 mana wisdom to cast it, put a 1 counter on this creature. You can tap it and sack it and blow it up, basically, to do its power as a creature. Memories Returning for 2 and 2 blue. This is a sorcery. Reel the top 5 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand. Choose an opponent. They put 1 on the bottom of their library. Then you put 1 into your hand. Then they put 1 on the bottom of your library, put the other into your hand. The final 2 packs here. Laughing Mad. Additional cost, cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards with flashback. Prisha's Wandering, search your library for a basic land card or town. Put it into the battlefield tapped and shuffle. Search your library, put a 1 counter on target creature you control. Eden Seed of Sanctum, this is a town land. Adds colorless mana, mill for 5 in the tap, mill 2 cards. Then you may sacrifice this land. When you do, return another targeted permanent you control from your graveyard to your hand. Yuna, let's go, W. For 3 green and a white, during your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures you control have trample, lifelink, and ward 2. At the beginning of your end step, return up to 1 target enchantment creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Shambling Cease, Mutant Horror, for 2 and a black, 3/3 creature enters tapped. Whenever you cast an non-creature spell, you may pay 1. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Kefka, this is Perforos. And the final card, Nibelheim Flame, 2 and a red, sorcery. Choose target creature control, deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. If this spell was cast from the graveyard, discard your hand and draw 4 cards. Well, thanks for coming in. We are going to go build some decks.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Look for us on Twitch and Facebook. The links are down below. Bye!
Oh, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any new content. Bye!